I would love to share with you. I was in the hospital about 5 years ago and almost lost my life. And the doctor care was just unbelievable.
I've had several bouts of pneumonia. The care is excellent. They just jump on the problem immediately.
They were just the best. I can't explain it much further than that. I really can't. They were that good.
And I'm so glad that I went to Martin Memorial because I don't think any other hospital would have done what they did for me.
Having been there on a number of occasions where my life was on the edge, I can only be grateful that we have this hospital.
Martin Memorial's had a very long and distinguished role on the Treasure Coast. We've been serving the community for well over 70 years.
The care at Martin Memorial, I find, would compare to any world-class hospital. Not only have I used Martin Memorial for my own family for services, but I know the physicians in the community as friends and neighbors, as well as doctors that I would refer myself and my family to.
People depend on it in so many different ways. We have a large elderly population here and they need the security of good medical treatment, which they know they can get at Martin Memorial.
We see at least as many patients who save their health care to come down to Martin Memorial rather than have their health care done somewhere else.
You don't have to go anywhere. I have been to hospitals in New York where I didn't get anywhere near the service I got here.
You know, there are emergencies. You can't always plan to go back north, and that's what I tell people.
Where would you go if there were a problem? And that is answered. We have Martin Memorial.
Whether it's our 64-slice CT, our PET scanner, our state-of-the-art radiation therapy equipment, our state-of-the-science open heart unit.
When I go to recruit physicians, I can show them equipment that they have that's as good as or better than the university center where they trained. That means Martin Memorial can recruit physicians from anywhere.
We're very excited about the future. We're in very short time going to be initiating a major implementation of a state-of-the-art electronic medical record system. It'll allow us and our physicians and our staff to communicate with each other as well as with patients in their homes. In addition to that, we're embarking on the development of our third hospital in Tradition in Westport St. Lucie. It's a very large project, but we believe it's one that is critical to meeting the growth in a major part of our service area.
As we all know, hospitals really operate on a marginal budget these days, and yet they still have a humanitarian requirement to provide excellent care to patients regardless of their ability to pay.
Martin Memorial is a community not-for-profit, and it is owned by the community. We're here to support the community, and the community has invested in Martin Memorial throughout its entire history.
Well, my husband has been a very successful man and he's very grateful for it, and he always feels that he wants to give back to his community.
People don't give because they have to, they give because they want to. And if they have a good hospital, they should support it. And if they don't support it, they won't have a great hospital. It takes a lot of money to run a great hospital, and people have to give.
You have to remember, you're not contributing to the hospital. You're investing in health care for yourself as well as your community. You are going to need it. If it's just a blood test, you're going to need the best one. And you have to think of investing in your community.
It's a great feeling. They've done so much for me personally, and it can do so much for others. And if you give to them and you help them, it's a lasting legacy that you would have.
Through the support of our community, we've been able to obtain the latest technology. So whether it's our Francis Langford Heart Center, our Robert and Carol Wiseman Cancer Center.
None of this would have happened to the level and to the quality that we see here today without the benefit of the philanthropy of the citizens of the community.
And they need some very, very sophisticated equipment. And that equipment doesn't sell for $1. It's expensive.
We use that hospital, we need that hospital. And unless we can support the hospital financially to keep those services going, I think everybody in the community will lose.
What inspires me is what I see other members of the community doing to invest in Martin Memorial. And that makes you want to participate.
And that is it. That's why it says a David L. Smythe for children. My daughter when she saw my name up there, she came to me and said to me, "Dad, I am so proud of you." That's something that you don't forget. Think of how good you'll feel. Try it. If you haven't tried it, you'll never know. I know, because I was hurt and they took good care of me. And do I feel good about it? You're darn right I do.
We are extraordinarily fortunate in having Martin Memorial. Excellent doctors, excellent staff, excellent nursing. It's as good as we could ask for.
The administration, the staff, everybody that I've come in contact with is striving for one goal. That's to be the best. And I think it's so important to the community that we do everything possible to allow them to achieve that goal.
I was in there last week. I stopped in once in a while. They love to see me, and I love to see them. They're part of my family.